I'm back, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of T Wizzle React. She didn't have to cut me off. We were nothing. Your love should treat me like Today, the video entitled FANUM finally breaks the silence on Casanat. And the reason why I want to see this because first of all, I don't know if this is a rage baiting type video or not, but I know Phantom is a close friend of Casanat, and he seems like one of the friends that be wanting to tell the truth. When he be saying stuff go on in his circle, he be wanting to resolve it and tell the true fans what's really going on. So I feel like if there's some important information or some breadcrumbs being left, this is the trail to follow. So let's get into this to see if he really gonna speak some truth or is they just clickbaiting us.
What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, man, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, check this out, right? I was watching some clips from Phantom's most recent stream. Now, I don't think he's been streaming lately. I'm not sure. I don't really keep up with him. But usually I'll see something come across my page if he's been active and streaming. So seems like he had a lot to say on this most recent stream, right? And even under the comments of a lot of the clips, people will start posting a bunch of different clips from the stream just so you can get the message and not have to watch the whole thing. A lot of people was like, he's been talking in code ever since Casanat started this new journey of, being more of a creator into fashion, so on and so on. The stuff that we've been talking about, ever since he started. Now, there was one clip in particular that was really interesting.
I know Phantom
and
is really not.
He basically talked about the industry, as far as streaming goes. He talked about there being a streamer who is actually a spy, meant to clock and infiltrate and watch the things that's going on. Now, the other clip that I really want to show y'all, he talked about kind of like how they fix up the person that they want to really push, and they turn him into, this idea for people. He talked about it as in like, they're still slave masters in this time. You could tell he was really trying to word what he was saying. He didn't want to say it too direct. I mean, obviously, he has a big platform still. Been a bunch of rumor with him about leaving AMP for a long time, saying that the other guys sold their soul and so on.
People were saying, yo, FANUM got kicked out of AMP. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I built this shit brick by brick, bro. I could never get kicked out.
FANUM says he's been kicked out of AMP and that they sold their souls. And Kai was just at the Met Gala, and don't nobody know what be going on in there. We know it's some Illuminati stuff because they only show us the outside. They never show us what goes on inside. And FANUM, who is one of the original members, one of the founders of AMP, he said they sold their soul, they mad I won't do it. And maybe the FANUM tax done got too high, man. He might have been taking full meals from people. Who knows? And he could be trolling. This could all be like a setup. They could just be making a play on this. Say Duke didn't say it's fake news, but it's not like, they're together on this at all. So, and he has been posting some cryptic stuff for the past month. And I hope they trolling. I hope this is all a joke. But anytime you get to the level that Kai is going to, there's going to cause problems because now the money, even though they was making millions before,
because
it's more.
He could be experience, bro. When you get to a certain level, they do contact you. First of all, when you get to a certain level, it's a ceiling. You won't go no higher than that. And then that's when they contact you. And if you don't proceed or accept their offers, and then you 90% of the people that don't accept their offers don't go no higher than they sell, and that be their limit. You feel me? That's why they say they push people, because the organic way to come up and be famous, it's the limit you gonna reach, unless you just a different breed for real, a different caliber of star. It's a limit, and most people accept their offers because they need the industry and the elites to break their ceiling.
Making multi-million dollars. They, you know what I'm saying? The level that he is going to, the people that he's rubbing shoulders with, and you know what I'm saying, getting access to, FANUM may not be cool with that. And the rest of the AMP crew, they might be like, yo, it's more money, we gonna be down with it.
I just feel like, I don't know, FANUM is not, on the internet or in front of the cameras as much as some of the other ones are, especially like Duke Dennis, Agent. But Rolling Stone literally called AMP the biggest streamers in the world. So, they have took this thing global, FANUM being one of the creators or the founders of the group. If I'm not mistaken, he was the founder, or at least the co-founder of AMP. So that's just to give y'all a little small background on FANUM. A lot of y'all know who he is. But with that being said, without me doing too much talking in this intro, y'all, let's just go ahead and get into this clip. Thought it was pretty interesting. Check this out.
I have a theory that slave masters still exist, just not in the way you would think a slave master would exist.
No theory.
So they still operate in today's age, just differently. So they still have cattle because they never considered you a person because you're a property. So you see what I'm saying? So they literally grab their best pieces of property, right? Whatever they consider their best one. They pump that nigga up nice, package him nice, and they move whatever they want to move through that channel. That's how it works.
Facts.
They move it like through the channel.
And not just in streaming.
To me, I think
music
is the elites. That's what I think. Right? They have a system. This system they got, bro, they got like mad drops, right? But they got like, it's almost like an army, right? And they just move. And they move niggas. They go here, you go here, you go there, you go here, right? I feel like, and I know I'm not tripping, but they gonna try to make it seem like I'm tripping. But I'm not tripping. Every industry has to get consumed. They have to get consumed. Because you gotta live under the system. If you don't live under the system, nigga. So what we seeing now, what we seeing is people damn. They got him.
Yeah. Hell no. Hell no. This had a revelation right in.
I got those chicken nuggets you wanted.
My man had
I don't want chicken nuggets. I want CBT nuggets.
Yeah, my man said, yeah, what you gotta do is peep the... Damn. They got him. Hell no.
Nigga, we're not even on Earth, gang. Aliens are real. They exist.
Okay. All right. I'm not laughing because I don't
but
think
they won't make
not true, but it's just the how he said it. How he just came back in with the controversial shit. I would say that. The conspiracy theories. How he just came in with all the conspiracy theories, one after another. It made him seem a little psychotic.
Contact with us.
Now, a lot of these comments are really interesting to read through because people can see
comments
what
are always
he's talking about. And you know what's crazy about this whole thing, right? I don't think a lot of people realize we witness streamers, certain streamers, or even the ones that aren't as known. We witness this become in itself like a whole industry, right? You know, a lot of young guys stream, a lot of older guys are trying to get into it, follow the wave, make their own money. We witness like a branch of creativity and streaming. You get people who make videos like YouTubers like myself, short form content creators that just make TikTok videos. Then it branched all the way out to just streaming, sitting down, being obnoxious, doing anything for views, clip farming, whatever you want to call it. But what I'm trying to say is it created basically an entire different lane, almost a whole industry in itself, the streaming industry. They have an award show, and we also witnessed it get infiltrated. We also witnessed it start to become a little bit more dark. Each time, some kind of celebrity made a big appearance on these streams, especially with Casanat. I mean, Kai has gotten so famous and so known for it because they literally used his platform to infiltrate it. A lot of this stuff was untapped. Aiden Ross as well, but we know he working for them directly. I mean, he's fluish. And what we really witnessed this, and I don't think a lot of people really think about it. We also saw it get took over. You know what I'm saying? It's like we saw them damn near do a coup. Like the industry said, hell no, y'all making too much money. We need to get into this streaming world. We need to get the biggest streamer out of the way. Let's pull him out of the entire equation. We got to figure something out to tap into this Kick money, this Twitch money, whatever. We literally witnessed them take over that industry, y'all. And this is kind of like what he's talking about. You know, he's talking about Kai low-key and then at the same time talking about everything. Like one of the comments says he's talking about capitalism. You know, it said, y'all peep how FANUM don't even collab with other streamers and he don't even be in LA. That was what I was saying earlier. He's really kind of low-key with it. Somebody said, where's that comment? Somebody said he's talking about Kai, but he's just talking in code. He stepped away because they got his mans. He's literally talking about Kai. He missed his friend. I mean, he might just miss the way that it was. These guys come from YouTube. Duke Dennis, Agent, bro, they were 2K video YouTubers and now have entered an entirely different world because of streaming. Somebody said he just figured it out. He realized he lost his friend. Somebody said, Lord, protect him. It's crazy because the way that he's talking, you can tell he definitely has really come to a realization of what is going on and how everything is just controlled.
Yeah, I think I'm a clone. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I got cloned, I would definitely be I did right. If I got cloned, I did right. Because that means, cause if I got cloned, that means I was saying real shit. I was saying some real shit, and it was like, nigga, shut up. You can't kill a clone, cause there's always gonna be another one, bro. Think about it. It's a clone. So even if you kill the clone, they just gonna pump the other one out. The only way to kill the clone is you'd have to kill the source. Somebody said in public. That's a good point. They can't kill the original, gang. They can't kill the original because if you kill the original, when you need to spawn new ones in case your clone dies, you need the original. So I will be in like a prison or something. I'ma say it. There's streamers that are spies, my nigga. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, dude.
But there's at least one streamer that's a spy, my nigga.
Or if he don't know who it is, I believe he got his strong suspicions of certain individuals or who he think it is.
At least one. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's at least one streamer that's a spy. Confirmed. There has to be. Now it's up to y'all to figure that shit out.
So
but there gotta be at least one streamer that's a spy. Confirmed. No, it ain't me. It ain't me. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, hey, listen, y'all. Just stay tight, my nigga. Just stay tight out there, dude. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This shit get deep, bro. This shit get deep fast, gang. I'm gonna try to figure this shit out for y'all niggas. Word to my mother, I'm gonna try to figure this shit out for y'all. If anything happens to me, bro, look, bro.
I just built a budgeting app.
What? How?
Base 44. Look, it pulls all our expenses into one place and breaks down spending by team.
Like that. When you hear people start talking like that, yo, if anything happened to me, I'm not crazy. I would never harm myself. Stuff like that, bro. He might have put out too much information already. He might have said something he already shouldn't have. Or he done reached the level that they didn't want him at, and he hasn't converted.
If anything happening, my nigga,
and on
real
top
shit,
of that, he's saying shit that he not supposed to.
We gonna have the latest funeral, nigga, in New York City again. My shit gonna be in the Bronx. I want everybody to come through. You feel me? Wear troop merch when you come through, nigga. We can get to the bottom of this shit.
Now, he said that there's at least one streamer that's a spy. I mean, really, Kai has already invited so many people from the industry onto his streams that they were basically infiltrating and spying themselves. Especially Kevin Hart. He would be, the most frequent guest with Drewski on Kai's streams.
What's the name? A talent agency. So
but since FANUM said he knows that there's one streamer in particular,
they could have just started hooking him up with those guests. Just like DJ Academic said, the industries, the labels of the artists contact him, offer him money to do content with the said artists, or they'll pay them to review, to give them a biased. This is a biased, and the reason why I'm saying biased because they want it to be positive. So he cannot, even if he felt as though the music or whatever he was reviewing was trash or garbage, he can't say it. They want him to go in there and say that it's good so it can make money, so his audience can see it and talk about it and spread the word, and now that the album sales go up or the sales go up or whatever. So Academics has already exposed that, so we know that goes on. And the only person who definitely don't talk about it like that is Kai, but we know he is that streamer that like, just like Academics, they would be offering, if they would offer that to anybody, they would offer it to Kai. If they was to go to any streamer and say, hey, we got such dollars for you to review our artist such and such, and he's gonna come on stream, and you guys gonna blah, 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 blah. And Kai's already kind of alluded to it himself, and he said that's why he don't take certain money, because he don't want to ruin relationships, basically. You know, so Kai is the type of person that he don't like to get on here and say, "Oh, this is garbage" or "That's garbage," and da da da. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I don't listen to Kai when it comes to certain opinions about music tastes and art. You feel me? Because you never know who's paid these guys and swayed their opinion. You never know who them bought their opinions already. So it's just like not general.
That is a spy. I think it's Neon or Aiden Ross. Why? Aiden, we already know.
Aiden
He kind of
like a spy, but
you know,
Aiden seems like a spy. Not gonna lie, he does seems like a spy, but I don't think spies fits his agenda. It seems like Aiden is just like trying to be down for real. Like he just trying to be what, and it seems like he's just doing what he wants to do. Like I don't say I haven't watched Aiden recently, but from what I've seen from Aiden in the past, when I was watching certain clips and the streams, it didn't he didn't give me spy vibes. He gave me like he does too much sometimes, because a spy has to kind of blend in. A spy has to infiltrate. Aiden is not infiltrating. He kind of is this a part of stream world. Like Kai is to Twitch, Aiden is to Kick. So I wouldn't call that infiltrating, because he is the streaming world. Now, I feel Aiden would be subjected to agendas being pushed his way as well, because he's a big influencer, just like Kai is. But I feel though the more money you make should be the more freedom you have, because the more money you make, you done did this business with that person and that was successful and you all got paid from it and you have money now. So why are you guys still being pressed to do indignifying things that could cause you to look bad or in a dim light? You have money, so it's not like you're desperate. I don't get that. Like, or are they just scared of the people and the powers that be?
you know, you could almost say Aiden done entered like gatekeeper status amongst streamers. You do a stream with him, you pretty much getting on. You know, same with the stuff with Charleston. They was trying to introduce him to a bunch of, you know, zesty stuff, doing all the gay stuff on stream. I think it's Aiden or possibly Neon. You know what I'm saying? One of the ones that we always see. And but the thing is,
Neon.
you know, you'd have
Now Neon does give me spy vibes. Specifically, I've seen clips of Neon, especially when he was when he had Jim Jones on. They were in Harlem, New York. They were in the projects, and if you saw the stream, you know what I'm talking about. So they were like trapping, and they went into this part of the building, and Jim Jones was like, "Oh, wait, oh no, don't come in here." So it was something in there. They were doing something in there they didn't want the crew and the cameras to see. And when a said content creator did the review on it, he pointed out how Neon just was so reluctant to look and to keep looking, like he had to see what Jim didn't want everybody to see. And I started to notice that Neon has a pattern of just being nosy. At first I was thinking like maybe he's just a nosy kid, but no, now that these guys are speaking of spies and stuff like that, now it's starting to make a little sense to me, and I'm starting to think that maybe it could be a little more than a coincidence. Maybe he's not nosy, and maybe he has an agenda of purposely feeding information to a secret group.
to ask yourself,
we all don't know
what are they
who
spying
that could
on?
be, but
What's so important, or who is so important that they got somebody keeping tabs on what's going on?
and
You know,
a streamer it's been as though they have all of these investigations into all of these different rappers and rap groups and labels, and a streamer has ties to rappers. That's the most guests that they have on their stream is rappers. So the streamer job could provide a perfect cover for anyone that's being a spy. Now he asked what could they be spying on. I think they are spying on the criminal activities that certain celebrities are suspected of committing. I mean, of suspected of doing. For instance, Young Thug and the YSL. YSL is known to the world as a music label, but secretly, authorities believe that it's a criminal organization, and Young Thug was the kingpin. So that is an example of what I believe they could be spying on or using the spies to investigate or gather information.
I'm saying, who are they really trying to get to? Could be Black Boy Max. I mean, he's signed to a label. I think he was the first streamer to actually sign to a label. I think it was Atlantic Records, right?
That they have eyes on, or I don't think it's just one person that they have as a target. I think it could be possibly anyone that they come across or that comes across their radar. Now they could have targets, and it's very likely that they have targets, but I don't think it's just one.
I don't know. I think that's an interesting conversation because someone is being used to keep an eye on things.
Neon fits the bill.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, what are they actually being used for? What are they there to watch? If FANUM feels like one of these guys are spies amongst a community, what are they being used for? What are they spying on? Who are they spying on? Why? Who sent them?
They could be spying on the black community.
You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like my point I was talking about halfway through the video. Is like we really witnessed this become something that Hollywood is trying to take over. I don't know. I just think it's interesting, and it'll be interesting to continue to see where streaming goes, considering, they're like now trying to make Rakai like the new Kai Cenat, because Rakai was the only one that was allowed to stream at the recent I forget what that was. It was either like an award show or some kind of show event they had, and he was the only big streamer that was allowed to stream. They were giving him the treatment that they would usually give Kai Cenat. And Rakai is very young, and we all know, he's basically influencing millions of kids. But I don't know, man. I thought it was interesting to go ahead and play these clips for y'all. FANUM from AMP, recent live stream, getting into a lot of the topics, even the clone stuff as well. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. That being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all soon.
Now, me personally, I think FANUM could have been alluding to a couple of things, but he definitely dropped two bombshells. One of those bombshells is that Kai is in an internal battle with himself, and like he's torn between his beliefs and the way he was brought up, with his mom having a religious background, and the industry and what the direction they're trying to push him. So he's kind of conflicting between doing what he want to do and what he believes is right, versus doing what they're trying to pay him to do and what they want him to do, basically. And then he dropped the bombshell that there's a spy amongst us. And to be honest, that's been looming in the back of my subconscious for a while. I guess, didn't put enough evidence together and gather enough intel to come to that conclusion that someone is a spy. But I definitely been having a feeling that certain people is just like entirely too nosy for no purpose at all. And like it's like Neon almost is like a podcaster or an interview, because when you think about it, like when you have guests on, like think about how Kai Sanat has his guests. They come to his house or where he's streaming at, and they indulge in his activities. You know, they comes and integrate with the chat in the stream. They come and see how the stream is running. They come to learn the stream, see what chat is doing. They learn about chat. They learn about gifts and subs and how he gets paid and all those sorts of things. But when you think about Neon and certain nosy people that I'm specifically speaking of, their stream isn't structured like that. Their stream is more structured around seeing what their guest is doing. Like, for instance, back to the Jim Jones stream, he was in Jim Jones's trap. Now, I understand everybody want a clip farm and it's all about the content, but and a question for Jim Jones, like, you really would have a streamer in your trap where you had real live illegal activities going on that you could literally get charged and go to jail for. So that wasn't very smart on your end, but Neon is like, you could possibly get banned, Neon, for having certain things on your stream, because Twitch has a very strict guidelines when it comes to content. Now, I understand that now people be beating certain policy guidelines when it comes to view botting and all those cheating type of tactics and mechanics, but as far as content, you'll get banned pretty easily for saying certain things or doing certain things. And I just don't understand how would you even risk it. And it's just not normal how you have guests on, but it's like you're diving into the guest activities and they're not coming to learn about the stream. They're not coming to see what you have going on or integrating with your activities. You're specifically diving into what they have going on, and not even the good side of it. Like, out of all the things Jim Jones have going on, you went to the trap. Like, he has a podcast now, music, glasses, a bunch of other businesses and ventures that could have been talked about and explored, but you exploited the trap. So that was a little suspicious and odd to me, but I don't know who the spy could be. I personally think it could be Neon. I don't want to put any monikers on people, and it's not true. But you guys let me know what you think about what FANUM said. Do you think he was alluding to Kai about certain things that he was saying on the stream? Because he definitely was speaking in code. And then at one point he flat out just said, hey, if something happens to him, he's going to have a lit funeral. So that lets us know right there he's in danger of speaking out. So you guys comment down below and let me know who you think the spy is, and do you think there is a spy in the streaming community, or is everyone reaching? So let me know what you guys think. I thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching, man. It's been another episode of Wizard Reactions.